Hello, my name is Victor Hernandez and I'm an Audi certified technician here at Walters Audi in Riverside. Today we'll be going over our certified Audi inspection. First step in our inspection is a pre-inspection test drive route to see how the vehicle is performing. After the test drive, we pull the vehicle into the bay and prepare to rack it up to inspect the bottom, underneath the hood, and inside the cabin. Before lifting the vehicle, the next step is to connect the scan tool to the vehicle to ensure the vehicle has not been modified to the engine or to the software. Also, when the scan tool is connected, we can also do other checks like check the battery and other components as well. Underneath the hood, we just remove the engine cover and just do a quick glance, make sure there's no modifications done, no leaks, ensure all the hoses are connected, all the fluids are filled to the correct level. And top off any fluids that need to be topped off. Once the under hood inspection has been completed, we then begin to inspect the interior of the vehicle. Inside the vehicle, we make sure that the climate control is working as it should. Open up the sunroof, make sure the sunroof is operating how it should, as well as all functionality of all doors and windows. We also want to make sure that the MMI is performing how it should, all buttons, steering wheel controls, and ensure that no indicators are on the dash or in the cluster. Once the interior cabin has been inspected, we then move on to the rear and make sure that all the spare tire and tools are present, and make sure that the spare tire is inflated as well to the proper pressure if it allows. At this point in our 115-point inspection, we then want to go ahead and check all tires, record all tread depths. Want to make sure we get outer, middle, and inner tread on all 4 tires. Also want to make sure we inspect all the way around, make sure there's no nails or punctures or any abnormalities in the tire. We also do make sure that all 4 tires are the same brand all the way around, and that there's no damage on the outer sidewalls as well. At the same time, we also inspect the wheels for any damage to the outer, make sure they're not bent. We then move on to the brakes, inspect the inner and outer brake pad, make sure we document the level of both the outer and inner brake pads. We inspect the caliper, make sure they're not leaking, the lines, brake lines. We also measure the rotors to document the thickness, make sure they're all above spec on all 4 corners. And we also take a look at the rotor visually, make sure there's no cracks or external damage. Once we've recorded brake pad and rotor, we then move on to the suspension. Once the vehicle is in the air, we remove the lower engine belly pan as well as the transmission so we can expose both of those components and fully inspect them. We want to make sure that the wiring to both of these components is all okay, no leaks or any modifications performed. We then begin to take a look at suspension as well, make sure it's all nice and tight. Nothing appears to be cracking or torn or leaking. The exhaust as well, we want to make sure it's nice and tight, that the mounts are not loose. So that concludes our Audi certified inspection. We document all findings, repair what is needed. Thank you again for joining us and going over our Audi certified pre-owned inspection process. My name is Victor Hernandez. Please come on down again to Walters Audi here in Riverside to check out our various certified pre-owned and used options.